This brief presentation will discuss truss web member restraint and bracing. We will go over basic terminology, why and where bracing is needed, along with alternative methods and the documents that are normally provided with the truss delivery. The main concept of bracing and restraints are to hold the truss web in place under load. A lateral restraint, also known as continuous lateral restraint or CLR, is a structural member installed at right angles to a truss web member to reduce the lateral unsupported length of its member. A diagonal brace is a structural member installed at an angle to a web member and intended to permanently transfer loads into the building diaphragms. The general purpose of restraints and bracing is to hold the truss member in its designated position and to collect and transfer loads. Why we need lateral restraints: to reduce the effective buckling length of a truss member in order to minimize out-of-plane buckling of the web member. Basically, it allows to support more load on a long, narrow member. Lateral restraints collect loads acting through truss web members that are in the same plane. Lateral restraints alone are not enough. We need diagonal bracing. Diagonal bracing creates a path for the load that is collected by the CLR to move through the diagonal brace and into the roof and ceiling diaphragms and locks everything into place. The next couple of slides will demonstrate the laterals and diagonals. The three vertical members are representing webs in a truss. As I push down, you can see these members buckle in different directions. When I add a lateral restraint and push down, these three members still buckle, but they will go in the same direction. Once I add a diagonal brace, these webs are locked into position and can support a lot more load. When you see a lateral restraint, you should also see some diagonals. The diagonal and lateral work together to transfer the required forces. The photo on the right shows what can happen when not installed correctly. Keep in mind that the diagonal should cross the lateral where the web is at. The location of permanent lateral restraints are clearly marked on the truss profiles as shown. Note, the diagonals are not specified on this document. The diagonals would be specified on an engineered set of plans or on the BCSI documents we will discuss later. This plan view shows an engineered layout for the lateral and diagonal locations. Your specific building may or may not have one of these plans. Shown on the next couple slides is a 3D model of a large mono truss with the lateral and diagonal bracing. You can see in this view the laterals overlap the truss web by about 12 inches, and the diagonals are crossing where the laterals are located. Note that this is just one way you can brace a system. The BCSI documents have several options you can consult with a professional engineer. If for any reason you cannot get the lateral and diagonals installed, there are several options to individually restrain the web members: T-brace, L-brace, or scab brace. The truss industry provides bracing guidelines, building component safety information, which includes recommendations for permanent bracing, BCSI B3. The B3, shown here, describes recommendations on bracing and restraints, unless otherwise specified by the engineer of record for the structure. In summary, laterals and diagonals are needed together to properly transfer the forces. If you have any other questions or concerns, you can contact SBCA at www.sbcindustry.com or consult a local professional engineer or contact your local truss manufacturing company. Thank you.